Did you know that these scary stories are not just fiction, but rooted in reality? In this video, we delve into spine-chilling, real-life scary stories that have left people terrified and questioning the world around them. Join us as we explore these horrifying tales, their background, and the most shocking moments that make them unforgettable. Watch now and discover why you need to know about these real-life horrors. Did you know that these scary stories are not just fiction, but rooted in reality? Welcome to our channel, where today we'll be uncovering real-life scary stories that will leave you questioning the world around you. These tales are not only unsettling, but serve as a chilling reminder of the horrors that can exist in our everyday lives. So sit tight and prepare to be terrified by these true stories of real-life horror. Our first story takes us to Key West, Florida, home to one of the most infamous haunted objects in history, Robert the Doll. This seemingly innocent toy has a dark history that has left many people deeply disturbed. Robert the Doll was given to a young boy named Robert Eugene Otto in the early 1900s. Almost immediately, strange things began to happen. Eugene's parents would hear their son talking to the doll and, eerily, a different voice responding. Neighbors reported seeing the doll move from window to window when the family was out. The most unsettling moment came when Eugene, as an adult, would still claim that Robert was responsible for his misfortunes. Visitors to his home would hear giggling and witness the doll's facial expressions changing. After Eugene's death, the doll was donated to a museum, where it continues to exhibit disturbing behavior, including causing technological malfunctions and triggering feelings of dread in those who visit. Next, we journey to Adams, Tennessee, where the Bell Witch haunting terrorized a family in the early 19th century. This story is so compelling that it has become one of the most documented hauntings in American history. The Bell family began experiencing strange noises, scratching, knocking, and the sound of chains dragging across the floor. These disturbances escalated to physical attacks on family members, particularly John Bell and his daughter Betsy. Witnesses reported seeing strange animals on the property and hearing disembodied voices that taunted the family. The most terrifying aspect of the Bell Witch haunting was its violent nature. John Bell was allegedly poisoned by the witch, who took credit for his death. Betsy, tormented by the entity, broke off her engagement under its influence. The Bell Witch's presence was so powerful that even Andrew Jackson, who visited the Bell farm, reportedly fled in terror after encountering the spirit. Our next story takes us across the Atlantic to Enfield, London. The Enfield poltergeist case is one of the most famous and controversial paranormal events, involving a series of disturbing occurrences in the home of the Hodgson family in the late 1970s. It all began when the two Hodgson daughters reported their beds shaking violently. Soon after, strange noises and voices were heard throughout the house. Furniture moved on its own, and objects were thrown by an unseen force. The case attracted media attention and numerous investigations by paranormal researchers. The most shocking moment came when one of the daughters, Janet, was reportedly possessed by the spirit of a man who had died in the house. Witnesses, including police officers, claimed to have seen her levitate and heard her speak in a deep, guttural voice that was not her own. Despite skepticism and accusations of a hoax, many aspects of the case remain unexplained. We now turn to the infamous Amityville Horror, a case that has inspired numerous books and films. In 1974, Ronald DeFeo Jr. murdered his entire family in their home in Amityville, New York. A year later, the Lutz family moved in, unaware of the house's gruesome history. Almost immediately, the Lutz family began experiencing terrifying phenomena. They reported cold spots, foul odors, and unexplainable noises. George Lutz claimed he would wake up at 3:15 a.m. every night, the same time the DeFeo murders occurred. The family's behavior became increasingly erratic, and their personalities seemed to change. The most chilling moment came when Kathy Lutz claimed she was physically levitated and paralyzed in bed. The final straw was when the family saw green slime oozing from the walls and heard voices telling them to get out. They fled the house after just 28 days, leaving all their belongings behind. Our final story takes us to the remote Ural Mountains in Russia, where 9 experienced hikers met a mysterious and gruesome end in 1959. Known as the Dyatlov Pass incident, this case remains one of the most baffling and unsettling mysteries in history. Hikers were found dead under bizarre circumstances. Their tent had been slashed open from the inside, and they had fled into the freezing wilderness, inadequately dressed. Some were found with severe injuries, including skull fractures and chest trauma, while others showed signs of radiation. Despite extensive investigations, no definitive explanation has been found. The most terrifying aspect of the Dyatlov Pass incident is the sheer mystery surrounding the hikers' deaths. Theories range from an avalanche to military tests, yet none fully explain the extreme injuries and the hikers' state of undress. The incident leaves us with more questions than answers, making it a haunting enigma that continues to intrigue and terrify. These real-life scary stories are a chilling reminder that the world is full of mysteries that defy explanation. From haunted dolls and vengeful spirits to unexplained deaths, these tales reveal the dark side of our reality. It's important to be aware of such stories, as they remind us of the unknown forces that may be closer than we think. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying content. And remember, the next time you hear a strange noise in the night, it might just be a reminder of these real-life horrors.